Welcome back to the shop. Here you can see I have a simple box. That's all a cabinet is, just a simple box, sometimes dressed up with a little molding. In this case, I'm going to dress this up with veneer. After building the box, I band the edge with a solid wood edge banding that hides the edge of the plywood. Then I filled all the screw and nail holes, sanded everything flush, and now it's ready for veneer. The next step is to start cutting the veneer to size, so I'll move the cabinet out of my way. I'm using a piece of 1/4-inch plywood on my tabletop, so I have something to support the veneer while I'm making the cuts. Typically the veneer will be shipped to you in a box like this. Generally 4x8 sheets. There are other sizes available, and I'll have a link to GL Veneer down in the description below. I like to use these corn toss bean bags to help take the curl out of the veneer, and they're soft so they don't damage the veneer. The first cut is the long cut or the rip, and I'm using an aluminum straight edge to get a nice straight cut. I want a 1/4 inch overhang on both the front and back of the cabinet, and since my cabinet is 21.5 inches deep, I'm going to make this cut at 22. I'll put the straight edge at the line and hold it in place with a squeeze clamp. And nothing wrong with the old measure twice and cut once, so you can push the end of the tape into the straight edge. I've got 22 down here, so that's good. Just gives you a little bit more confidence before you start making the cut. I've got a new blade in the knife, and it usually takes about 2 passes to cut through the veneer. For the cross cuts, again, I want a 1/4 inch overhang on both the top and bottom. And since the cabinet measures 31.5 inches high, I'll make the cross cut at 32. I'm using a framing square, and I'll make sure that I'm on both lines. And I like to clamp one end of the framing square in place, and that just keeps it from moving around while I'm making the cut. After cutting the veneer for the sides, back, and top of the cabinet, I took a little more time to measure, mark, and label the veneer for the drawer fronts. You can see I have my drawer fronts laid out over here. That gave me an overall length that I wanted to cut the veneer to. I've got a 1/2 inch gap in between each drawer front. That represents the 1/4 inch overhang. Now that I have everything measured, marked, and labeled so the veneer goes to the right drawer front, I can go ahead and cross cut the veneer to width. With all the veneer cut to size, I'm ready to start applying the veneer. I'm using the solvent-based contact cement, so I'll use a respirator. I've lined the paint tray with tin foil, and I've also made a tin foil lid that I'll put over the contact cement in between uses, and that'll keep the roller from drying out. I'm going to start with the back of the cabinet. That way the veneer on the sides of the cabinet will cover the seams in the back. While I'm working on the back, I can also get to work on the drawer fronts. I use a mohair roller to apply the veneer, and it's handy to have a throwaway brush to clean up the rim of the paint can. I like to use 2 coats of contact cement on both the back of the veneer and the cabinet. I'll allow the first coat to dry, usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes, and then apply a second coat. Once the second coat is dry, then I'm ready to apply the veneer. It's been about 15 minutes since I applied the second coat of contact cement on both the cabinet and the back of the veneer. I'm using these sticks because contact cement only sticks to contact cement. So you can see I can move these around. And this will allow me to position the veneer so I have just about a 1/4 of an inch overhang all the way around. Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to remove this stick here, a little pressure. Now it's not going to move. It's in this position, and that's where it's going to stay. I can remove these sticks and just work from this side of the cabinet to the other side. Instead of a J roller, I use a piece of 3/4 inch plywood with a round over on both sides, and that's really good for applying pressure. Be careful near the edges because you don't want to break the veneer. I'll repeat the process for the drawer fronts. In this case, I'm using pencils because I have a smaller area here. That's pretty good. This is number 3, so it's important to make sure that I don't attach this like this. I attach it like this. Number 3, number 3. Okay, that looks good. A little pressure on this end here. Lift up. Remove these pencils. And again, work from one side to the other. I finished applying the veneer yesterday and just gave everything a good sanding, only sanding with 220, no need to sand with anything more coarse. You don't want to accidentally sand through the veneer. Carefully soften the edges, and now I'm ready to bring the cabinet into the finishing room and hit it with that first coat of finish, and that's really going to pop this eucalyptus veneer. Okay, well, I gotta say, I really like this Figured Eucalyptus veneer. Big thanks to GL Veneer for supporting my channel. I'll have a link to their website. Check them out. They've got a great selection, not only of veneer, but also slabs. It's a cool website, and they also have a very popular TikTok and Instagram channel and a YouTube channel, or pages for Instagram, or however you explain that. So I will be adding different hardware. Right now I just have the screws here because I want to make sure that I pick the best hardware, something very simple and minimal. This is going to go up into my art studio. This is my painting cabinet, so I'll have an easel up here. I store my panels that I paint on in these drawers. You can see they're separated. I do have a video on this, and I'll put a link in the description below. So painting storage, and then brushes and paint, and then up here I'll have an easel. I think this is 38 inches tall, and that just seems to work for me. I like to paint when I'm standing up. And anybody who's interested, I will be posting painting videos again, just one every 2 months. So every first weekend of an even month will be a painting video. They're not my most popular, but some people really do like the painting videos, and I like to make them, and so why not It's only $6 a year, so if you don't like them, bear with it. Maybe check it out. The idea behind the painting videos is anybody can paint. It's really about kind of understanding color a little bit. It's not a lot of detail. It's just kind of breaking that barrier that people have with painting. There's sometimes a real fear factor with that blank canvas. And my goal is to kind of push that and let everybody know that you can paint. Even if you're just using 2 or 3 colors, you can learn something, you might enjoy it, and that's actually coming next week. So if you want to see what this looks like with the hardware, follow me on Instagram. Once that's done, I'll put that up. Maybe I'll put up a YouTube short as well, or maybe I'll do a studio tour one day. I'm thinking like a polished chrome and something very minimal, but just really like this. Really like this this Figured Eucalyptus veneer. Maybe one of my favorites. And look how nice it matches the white oak. I didn't have any eucalyptus boards, so when I banded the edge, I used white oak, and it's a pretty close match. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to build the furniture for your home, please visit my website at johnpeters.com for a large variety of furniture projects and plans available. From beginner to advanced woodworking projects, I'm sure you'll find a project that will match your woodworking skill level and taste in furniture. Each project has step-by-step video tutorials right here on YouTube designed to help guide you through the project and help you build something I know you'll be proud of. Thanks again, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's a great way to help me continue to make long-format project videos just like this one.